Come on, baby, come to Papa. Like a glove. Fit like a glove. Get right in there. Get right in there. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Well, I'm not moving that again. My name is Ken, and in this episode, we officially start construction of our first mega factory, the Imperial Citadel on Scarif from the movie Rogue One that we will be using as a fully functioning water packaging factory. This is episode 25, and a link to episode 1 is in the description. I'm going to show you how to get custom angles and slopes using painted beams that you can use to make your factories look like anything you want, even Star Wars, without mods. So let's get started. I hope you're not afraid of heights. Yeah, this is episode 25. Thank you guys for joining me. We have finished the rail line to our first mega factory. This is it. This is where we're at. And you can see that rail line coming in right there. Today's a big day. We have to put together the Scarif base from Rogue One. And we're going to be building the general outline, trying to get the factory in place, figuring out how much room do we have to work with. It's a little dangerous, right? Most times, most factories, I would say you need to build what you need, just like we did in the starter base, right? I didn't know how big we needed, right? That's not going to be the case here. We're going to build the outside of the building first and hopefully overbuild, make too much room from what we need to be housed inside the building. So that's the hope anyway. I want to show you guys what we're seeing here, because then I'm going to switch over to kind of what the building looks like and show you guys that. I have the basic outline of the walls, the angled walls, how they come back. But this round circle is kind of what I'm basing everything on, and the train line kind of entering it. And so here, now let me switch over. That round circle is this structure right here, this round structure, and the train line coming in is this main line, and then those two walls, like those little wings coming off, that's what is going to be the basis for these side walls. And then basically we build from there, and I'm kind of basing everything in ratios off of this circle here down at the bottom. And so that's kind of where we're at. The first few levels here is going to be train stations. And then after that, this main area obviously is going to be all of our packagers. And then my plan is to have all of the water pumps obviously out in the ocean. And then what I would like to do is kind of run them up the back of this angled wall. I think it'll look really cool. So we're going to have all the pipes running up this angled wall. So we'll see. We got to get the angled wall in first. We got to do all these angles. And then I've measured these angles out. This big angle here is 55 degrees, at least on this model. And this angle here is 60 degrees. So they're slightly different. I think that's on purpose. It gives it more of like a little bit of an arrowhead shape. This main one here is 60 degrees, or this first small one, and then this big one off the back is 55. And I've got a rise over run calculation for that on how we're going to do that. Actually, we may make the whole thing with large metal pillars, because that way we can adjust our angles with a painted beam in freeform mode. So I think that's really how we're going to build this. Oh, one last thing. I want to show you what we're going to be housing in this. This is the water bottling facility. We need to package 32,200 water per minute. That's 54 pipes and then 42 belts and stations. We need 269 water extractors out in the ocean. These are all overclocked. And then 175 packagers. That's kind of the plan. I don't think we'll get to building this blueprint yet, but I'm going to make a really nice packager blueprint, like I said, that handles 600 water at a time. And then we just need to build, since there's 54 pipes, we'll just need to build 54 of those blueprints. And so hopefully we have that much space in this. This is, I mean, we'll have to see. I'm hoping we have way more space than we need. I hope I'm way overestimating, but it's, you know, we're gonna figure it out. This is what we have started. And our breakdown, I actually changed this. If you've been watching my earlier VODs, I was thinking that we were going to do something like 11 trains. It doesn't matter what I was thinking. I changed it. Basically, we're going to do 7 train lengths. Here, let's do a little visualization here. So to do this, we're going to need 7 stations times 6 is 42. So this is our 42. A Mark V belt does 780 per minute, and we need 42 of them to move all of our packaged water. To do that, we will need 6 trains with 7 cars each. And here's where they split. And it's really important on your train lines to make sure that you have a waiting area for a train, because if we didn't, let's say all of our train lines were like, our train station started right here, and there was a train in the station, and then a second train came in here and had to wait. Well, that means he's blocking this interchange, where maybe a train that wants to use this line needs to get through. So that's what I'm using this area for, is kind of like storage for train lines and to kind of organize the splitting and to let us have a little space to spread out. And that way, if I got 2 train lines bunched up, you know, on this line, trains for other lines can make it through, to try to really just increase our speed. That's kind of the goal there. This may be all we work on today. We'll have to see. I don't know how long this is going to take. I've never really done, I did do a Star Destroyer before, but it wasn't, I don't know, it was different from this. And I didn't have anybody watching, and I could take my time. And so, you know, I'm not sure how this is going to go. What's first? We need to establish how long these go out, I think. I need some more power. I'm going to have these power lines just kind of all over the place. So my measurement that I have, I've taken a bunch of these measurements so that I don't have to keep switching back and forth on you guys ahead of time. I spent hours on this, kind of prepping for this. Like I said, I'm basing everything off of this big circle here. We got to find out how far out to the right this wall goes. Like what will make it look right? Basically, it is 0.6 again as long. Okay, so it's 1.6 the length of this, and we know the width of this, okay, because I built this, and it's 21 squares long or wide, because I put the centerpiece in, and then I built 10 out with the zoop, right? And then 10 out that way, plus the one in the middle. It's 21 squares. That means that this wall, and I measured it from where they intersect. If that's 21, okay, well, we just do 21 times 1.6. Okay, that means let's go ahead and call it 34. So we need 34 out from here. And let's see how many we already built. We built 10. So we need to build another 24 out. And that will give us our first sort of indication of our footprint. I hope we have enough. One thing I didn't check yet, I know that we can kind of, I don't know how far, is that where we stop that line? Because if so, that's not good. You see that? It's hard to see maybe for you guys. This line right here. I bet you that is the divider line where we'll die. Let's do this. Let's mark this. The last piece is black. How far out can we go without dying? We're over that line. I've never really gone out this far. So, okay. Well, all right. If that's not the line, then that's fine. I don't really care how far, but I think that's going to be far enough. I just want to make sure we have space for all of our pumps. And that's a lot of square footage. Like that's a lot of area. I think we're going to be good. Let's see what this looks like from a little bit of a distance so we can kind of do a gut check and see if we think that works. And honestly, I mean, I think it does. I think it does. That's good. That's a good start. Let's get rid of these for now, because I'm really thinking that we're going to end up using steel beams, large steel beams for this. This front where we transition from this round thing to the actual structure is a little bit tricky. It's a 60-degree angle and it covers everything between these 2 points. So let's go ahead and build this wall. And what I need to do is build a flat. Let's see, what we really need to decide is, are we going to build this thing entirely out of large big metal pillars? And I really think that we might, like the building itself, in which case we need to start. Yeah. So the best way to do that, right. So we have to get this. I want this angled correctly. So it's going to be not very easy because it's such a long distance, but let's go center. Yeah, let's go center to center. And I'm going to turn on freeform. And then I'm going to fly all the way over here. And I'm going to look at the center of this beam. The only thing that I'm not 100% sure on is the height. But it looks like that is... That looks like that's dipping. Try it one more time. This is basically how I'm going to be doing everything in my Star Destroyer too. A lot of the angles and... Well, that looks good to me. So that was easier than I thought it would be. Now... we just... Come on, baby. I need to zoop it down. Where's our overlap? I guess it doesn't really matter, but let's make our overlap down here, as it'll probably be hidden anyway. So we'll delete that so he's not there. Okay, cool. So that went in, and that was pretty freaking easy. I don't know if I'm ready. Ooh, that looks a lot better. Now what we need to do is we need to figure out our angle forward. Okay, and for that, I looked up a rise over run calculator. I know what angle we need. We need 60 degrees. And it turns out if you go out 12 and then you go up 21, that is 60.26 degrees. And I think that's close enough. First thing we're going to do is we're going to measure out. What we're going to do, center pillar again. Let's make this bottom corner the front edge. See if we can make that happen. So that means that our run is 12 out. We're going to go out 12. 12 meters. And if you don't know, these painted beams, they tell you how long they are down there in that orange. And now we're going to go up. What's our rise? 21. Okay, now we have our lock points to go in freeform. There's our angle. Right, that is a 60, and that looks right. Like you guys, like we all know it. Well, not all of us, but you know, probably most people watching this channel. I mean, that looks like a 60 degree triangle. do something like this and move it one notch back? I think we can. How does this look? That looks way good. And I think we can do even better. This is our 60-degree angle up from the top of our circle. Perfect. Now we do need to find out a way of repeating this very easily. That right? Because if it is, that means I can do them all really quickly. It is. Okay, cool. That's how we're going to do that. That's super easy, barely an inconvenience. What we need to do is we need to figure out the dang height. How high up does this go? And I did that. I prepped that. So the round base height to the balcony height, we're building this balcony here. The height of the balcony I have as a ratio from the height of the circle off the ground. So in order to do that, we have to measure how many meters up the ground is. Let's add 2. Let's make that the official height, because then we'll be a divisor of 4. So, because we have this 2 right here that's throwing us off. So let's count all the 4 meters and then add 1. 11. So we have a height of 11 times 4 is 44 meters tall. Okay. Now our balcony height is, let me look at my notes, 30% higher than the other height. So what did I say? 44. So we have 44 times 1.333. So we'll call it 59. If we just do 60, let's just do 60 because 60 is a lot easier to deal with. So we're going to do 60. We're going to do 60 meters. Where is our keystone? I need to mark the keystone. This one. So we're marked him. Here's our center. All right. And then that means that that guy. Here, there's the center of the roof. And what did I say? I said we were going to build 60. Let's turn this back to not that. There we go. We can only do 40. So there's 40. Okay, cool. So this is how high our platform is going to go. There's our, wow, this thing is going to be so freaking large. Like so big. It's going to be so big. I'm super stoked for this, guys. This is going to be a monster. All right, let's take one out and up. Nope, I changed my mind. I keep changing my mind. What I will do though is when I go hard drive hunting again, I'll turn it back on. Basically, I'm in build mode. While I'm sort of in build mode, I am gonna turn it off so I don't have to deal with it. Can we not? Yep, there we go. And then we just zoop these down. Here, I think it's time to show you guys, remind you guys what we're dealing with. This is what I'm trying to build. We have this height nailed in. We know the height of this sort of balcony thing. We have this height, okay? We have this angle right here. We have that angle. Or wait, do I have that angle or do I have that angle? Okay. I think it is this first angle, but I'm literally holding a protractor. I'm such a nerd, up on my computer screen to figure this out. Yeah, it's this one. We have the wider one. That's 60. That's actually 40. This other one. So we put in this angle here. The problem though is this angle here, right? These, we have our wall. Okay. But he's not really, he's not exactly straight up. He's angled back. You see this angle right here? And I sort of didn't really notice that until this moment. He's not straight up and down. Okay, time to get out the protractor again. You guys are seeing all of my mess. I mean, crap, it's only like not even 5 degrees. Like a 3-degree angle. But if we don't do it, it won't look right. So how can we do 3 degrees? Because the reason that I need to know that is so that we can make this triangle. Trying to do this right enough without getting too insane, and I'm having a hard time finding the balance. We may have to just get it as close as we can, but I do feel like we need to deal with this. I think that angle may sort itself out. It may be a consequence of if we get the wall correct. And by the wall, I mean this very slight. We're gonna have to figure out how to do this. 2 degrees is 30. I'll take 2 degrees. So, okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. We go up 30 and out 1. That's all we gotta do, that difference. 1 degree up, or 1 meter out, up by 30. Here's our 30. This is how we make angles in the game. No, I did that wrong. Sorry, I did that wrong. No, I did it right. Because we're angling back. And now I go, there we go. That's the angle. That slide of an angle. Wow, that's really cool. This is how we have to make angles in this game, because obviously we don't have friggin' walls that will do this. So now we can get rid of this. And boom, there is our slight curve that is gonna go all the way up. Nice. Yeah, the end of our angle there, that height, is unfortunately too close to the center. This all needs to be moved backwards. And that's really gonna, I think that's gonna fix my issue. But how much backwards? I think if we make this wall, yes. This needs to come back to where it's even. This wall here is the back. We'll take it to the ground, because that's what this does. Okay, let me switch back. That's what this does. If we look, like here's the ground. Here's a good angle. It's hard because this thing's in the way here. But if you look, this wall starts where the circle kind of ends. So I'm going to start the angle here and I'll just continue it forward. I think that's the best marker for that. And so that's what we're doing. I have to move it back. So how do we move it back? Maybe, ooh, this is how we do it. Yeah, that is the way. That's our angle. And now everything builds off of that. So we gotta move everything back to there. So we bring this up. Let's go 1 higher than we need to. So that when I do this, we can just, yeah, this is gonna work. And now we have this triangle thing happening. That's what wasn't happening before, because this was too far in front of that. And I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. Let's do the same rise over run here. We need it to be, so this is how we're making a custom angle. Okay, this is 88 degrees. 88.09 degrees is 30 over 1. And I had to get a special calculator to make that happen. Here, so we go 30 up. Okay, there's our matching angle. And this will go all the way down. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll build... Yeah, this thing's going to be 100% made out of metal beams. Large metal beams. And it's going to be sick. That's actually our... Well, this is our wall. I kept meaning before I started this project to watch Andor. I started Andor and then life happened and I got 2 episodes in and then I got distracted and now I can barely remember it. So I want to, like, right when it came out, right? So I want to watch that and then I want to rewatch Rogue One. And I enjoyed what I saw. I liked it a lot. I just haven't been able to find the time to get back to it. What I need is this line. This is what I need. I need this line. And it's an angle of an angle is what is throwing me for a loop here. If we can nail in this line right here, everything else is going to come together. Because we don't have that. We have... Oh, God. We have sort of this... We have this line. And we have one of these lines, but it isn't... It's a straight one. We need an angled one. So it is on the 60. It's just a combination of both of our lines. So it would be something like where our 2 lines meet is really what it is. That's it. How do I do this and make this look good and chunky? Well, I have to put in a line. That's what I have to do. I have to put in a new angle. So what are the boundaries of this new line? This is going to be really cool. If I can do this, it's really going to look cool. So here's the boundary. Here's the first boundary. It's right there. But where do we put the second? Where do we put this? So what I did is I got this spot right there. I have this spot for this line. What I need now is this spot. 2 points make a line. So what is that spot? Okay. All right. We can do this. I know. We have to decide how wide this flat face is. Okay, so I've got 8 inches on the big circle. Really? 4 inches? No, 3 inches. It's hard to see. Okay, 3 inches. Okay, perfect. So 8 inches to 3 inches, right? So 3, what percentage is that? 3 divided by 8. Okay, so that's the percentage, 37.5%. We know how wide this thing is. 21. So times 21. Let's not do squares. Let's do meters. So it's 21 times 8. 63 meters. Okay. All right, let's make it 64. There is a problem. We have a problem. That is not square. This isn't square. What happened? What did I do? Something happened. We need to fix this. This is the last correct point. Okay. Sorry. Oh, that makes sense because we moved it back. Ugh. I mean, I don't know. It should have worked, but it's not working. Let's let's try this. Now I think we put our angle in from here. Rise is 21. Now we diagonal this. That point. Come on, get on there. Do we need to do freeform? Yes. Gotta do freeform. Okay, so here it is. I'm a lot happier with this. Let's make sure before we build, like fill it out, and it's stupid on my part. You got to make the skeleton. Let's make the skeleton, right? It's silly to fill this out because then it's a lot easier to adjust. There's finally, I think, our framework. Okay. Now, where were we when I noticed that it was off? What did I decide? 32. Let's look at it. Yeah, it was 32 on each side. And now we look at this. And it's square to this beam. This was not square to that beam. Okay? And so we want 32 on each side. We just need to measure. So 32 off of each side. So we're going to call this centered. And then we're going to, we want 32. Can't get 32 because we have to add 2 before we can do multiples of 4. So let's make it a little narrower. So let's make it 30. So that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is it. It's all right. We gotta cut our losses at a certain point. Okay, so now we don't need this framework. Okay, we have this square. This is the top point. That's our top point finally. Now we have this and we have this point. Now we have to re-find this point. That's our other point, right here. In this center beam right there. That's it. Okay, those are our 2 points. We've got it. Now we freeform and we look at the center of this point, of this beam. And then we'll do the same backwards. And hope that that's straight. It looks straight to me. Look at that. And now we build this beam. Yes. So happy. This is gonna work. This is it. This is what we needed. So, and then we get rid of this, and I'll show you what we got. We will have to, let's close this gap. Now the hard part is gonna be remembering what the hell I did so I can do it to the other side. That's gonna be the challenge. All right, let's see if that is even close to symmetrical. There is a problem. Well, I messed that one up. I notched it to there. I forgot to take out that line. It needed to be to there, like this one is. So let's make this one. This is what the other one should have been. And it's way easier to repeat because it's still based off that original angle. Damn it, that means I gotta delete a bunch of crap. Okay. Then do this one. We're learning. Sorry, I'm not being a very good streamer today. My brain is just being crushed by this project. Okay, let's now try this. Right, and this line now will go out. He lines up, and he's angled back. This is it. I said that last time, but this time... and that's too high anyway, remember? He's one higher than he needs to be just so that we can attach these and then delete them. Yeah, that's much, much better. That's what she looks like. I wonder if I can do a sort of side by side here. That's what's happening. We have this wall, not this one. We have this wall, and then this wall goes forever. That's what this wall goes forever, and then we have that one. I can reproduce this very quickly. Famous last words. This is it. Look at even freaking... Looks good. Looks good. It's not perfect because these weren't centered. We're really close. And this is it. Now we just build this out, just like I built out that other one. So this one comes up to meet our line. And then the other one comes down to meet the line. This is our anchor point for the rest of the build. We have to get this. Like, we want to be able to look at this and know what it is. I'm finally out of materials. It means that we're actually building enough stuff and not deleting it. That looks really good. I'm super happy with that. It actually looks like it's supposed to look. Yes. And it's centered. It looks great. All right, let's get back to work. Oh my God, that's going to be so big. Oh my God, this is going to be so big. Oh, I love the metal pillar look too. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, I'm happy. We're going to light this thing too. Like the outside maybe, I don't know. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but that looks really freaking sweet. And all we've got is like the basic like piece in. Okay, what are we putting in next? I'll show you. So we're gonna put in this guy. So what do we want to do for this angle here? And I'm gonna get out my protractor. So we can't just continue this like this. But let's go ahead. I know what we'll do. Okay, that's would be if we continued it, but we won't. I'll bring it in a notch. Yep, that's even centered. Cool. I like it. Now let's take a look, see what we're doing. We built this angle, and now we're gonna build the little square. Okay. Nice. Nice. I gotta put that back. We got this in. We did it. Now, we have to establish this front face. But this front face, I'm going to go with the same angle, that very slight angle backwards, that we went with for the sides. Right? These sides right here. Which is 2 degrees, 30 by 1. And so we have to establish this, and then we got to go up to this point where we start our first bevel backwards, right? This bevel backwards here. And I measured that in relative distance, height-wise. And what do we have? Well, I have my notes, and I'm going to tell you. Balcony to start of angle back is 4 times base height. Base height is 44 times 4. Okay, now divide by 4 is 44 of these, because these are 4 high. Now, I think these are, yeah. And so we're gonna start here. So here, oh, but we got to angle back. Can't forget the angle. 44. Good Lord. This is insane. This is so big. This is so huge. But we've started it. We're going for it. This is crazy. You think this is big? The Super Star Destroyer is unbelievable. The front facing wall is done. Let's get in this angle here. Kind of hard to see. So we got to put in this. We got to put in this angle next, so that we can figure out this whole thing. Because we stopped here. We need to figure out this angle, and this angle is 55 degrees. This angle right here, or actually right here, is 55 degrees. Now, how far out is it? Because I measured out to here. So we need, oh, no, it continues. That is that spot. This wing comes out off of that. So that's perfect. So we just need 55 degrees up, and then we build that beast. What do I need? I need an angle or 2 heights. I mean, look, I'm going to go with a 45 degree. We're going to do a 45 degree triangle. Right? 90, 45, 45. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. So we just need 45 degree up. And then we'll take this up until we have a flat spot that we like. That's what we're going to do. Let's come up here. Let's put in our... Before we do that, let's bring up our... sidewall here. Let's see what he looks like. We slowly losing ground. We are. And then, I mean, this is going to be an issue. When do we stop? Something like that, I think, is fine for now. We'll figure out the rest later. But at least that covered that down here. So, bring up another one. Now, we need a 45 degree off going this direction, right? Because here's that. Yes. Yeah, on that wall. So right here, and 45 degrees is just going to be, it's going to be the same thing split, right? We don't have to do anything. That's 45 degrees because the 2 sides are the same. Okay, cool. That gives us, and we'll figure out, we have the angle. We can figure out everything else. But we got to put in the 55 degree guy way back there. The run is 12. Rise 17, and this gives us 55 degrees, which is the best that I can measure. I think that's what this angle is. So that free-formed beam, 55 degrees. And we follow this bad boy up, and this is our back wall. Oh my god, this thing is so big. Object limit, anybody? I mean, it's happening. All right. Now, how big of this flat part do we want? I mean, it's pretty small. I mean, we're only halfway up, guys. Oh, we're more than halfway. Okay, we're more than halfway. But we're at this point right here. This is what I built to. This guy right here. Yeah, it's pretty small. I'm good with that. And that's close to. Okay, if it has a little bit of an angle, it's kind of cool. That we have a problem. When did our problem begin? Problem began with this. That is not right. None of this is right. Frickin' this one that's wrong. For the same reasons that other one was wrong. I did the angle wrong. Crap. See, look at it. Hard to tell, but it like kinks over to the right. Whole thing's wrong. What we have to do, this is what I've learned. And I think we can default it. Okay, what's our rise over run? Run is 12. I make a lot of mistakes. I really try not to make the same mistake twice. Look, see, and now this is in line. Yeah, that thing was off. It didn't have our tilt that we needed. So by the time I got up there, it was like super noticeable. That looks really good though. That's all lined up. Oh, please line up the way you're supposed to. It still doesn't. What the actual hell? I mean, it's way closer. This one? Remember we brought him up. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. They were both wrong. What we're finding is they were both wrong. That's correct. That's correct. So what we have to do is we have to feed the correct line over. Certainly looks the same, doesn't it? Delete these top three. Okay, this is the flat part. We're gonna call this done. You better work. Okay. And now we're gonna freeform beam this. Like we have done so many times before. Okay, we got it. We got it. It's basically a smaller version of what we had to do down there. Really. Okay, cool. Let's stand back and let's see how we're doing. Yeah, that's looking mighty fine. That looks like it. It really does. Super happy with it. I know it's been fiddly, but you know, it takes time. It takes time to build great things. Then we come up 4. And then we come out here, even though I'm not 100% sure this works. Maybe we do freeform. Yeah. Maybe that's the difference. Ooh, okay. Okay, watch. Freeform. Default. Didn't look like it moved. Ooh, I bet you it's this. Yeah, that's... This is the issue. Oh, that's not 12. I had to move it out. 14. This is how we get the angles that we want. See? That's wrong. But this is right. And then freeform this baby. Look right at the center. No, not diagonal. Freeform, I said. Okay, I bet you that's what I did not do. It's a subtle difference, but it is a difference. Okay, so I'm a dummy, and I'm sorry. I apologize. Wasted my time. I wasted your time. You remember what I did? I did 14 and 14. Well, if two sides of a right triangle are the same length, then that means that the triangle's degrees are going to be 90, 45, and 45. Don't want 45. I did 14 and 14 because I'm stupid. Now, we don't want 45 degrees. We want 55 degrees. And so this is wrong-o. I got to redo everything. And it needs to be 12 by 17. Sometimes I feel like I'm trying to do too much with what this game gives me. And then I figure out the solution. Right when I'm about to give up. Now let's check it. Check our work. This be 17. Exactly. Boom. And this is 12. I hope that as I got closer, I could figure out. Jeez, is that it? We gotta do a height check. No, we gotta go up one more. Okay, Ken, don't delete what you're standing on. Don't delete what you're standing on. One more. We were very close. Okay, now, this bad boy is flat. Nice, it matches. Okay, and now we just freeform this. All right, to the center of this beam. What's next? Let's switch back to this guy. We have just built on both sides this front-facing wall up to this point, and then we angled up, and we have the flat piece, and then all the way back. Front wall, angle up, flat piece, all the way back. I'd really like to determine this inner angle here. So we could build out this depth and bring it down. And then basically it looks like it's just, we'll just do this corner to that corner. Okay, that's what we'll do. Okay, I got a plan. We just need to decide how deep we go, but I'm just gonna call it 4. Yeah. And so now so freeform here, up and across. We gotta look right at it. Center. We can check our work. Make sure that these line up. They do. So there's our new angle. Damn, it needs to be rotated. One click to the right will do it. That looks much better. Nice. Okay, cool. All right, now what do we have? Let's take a look. We've built this little guy, this little angle here. And now what I'm gonna do is build this back. We have to continue the angle, but just flatten them out. Okay, cool. That's what we needed. Now let's do it on the other side. Okay, so there's that one. Now it's time to go up again. This middle of this back thing that we just put in is our new point to go straight up. We can do one on the inside, but it's about the middle, and then he's our new corner, and he's gonna go straight up. Now, does he still have that same angle? He does. So we're going to have to get the 30 by 1. So he's still got the angle that way. And now, does he have an angle this way? He does. He has one both directions. Interesting. And then he's our point straight up for, well, a long time. And I don't think I measured that. So we need to decide how high up that is. And I think I'm going to go with the distance from this base to this where we went flat is going to be exactly the same as this flat to this up here. So we gotta count. We'll count the pillars. But we're halfway up basically, not even. Because then we have to build this. We won't build this. We're gonna make this the space elevator. The space elevator is gonna come through right here and come straight up. We're gonna build the space elevator down inside the belly of this, so that it comes out like that. So we're halfway up basically. So let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Okay, so this is our point. Here's the problemo. He needs to get his angle. Well, he already has the one because we built it off of this. We have the angle back that way. Do we have the angle forward, or is it straight up? Man, this is hard. This is tough. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to worry about this little flange. I'm going to instead focus on the front face. We're going to get the front face up, and we're going to get this angle. We're going to pretend that little outcropping doesn't exist. Yeah, that looks flat, and we can't have that. He's got to angle in slightly. So that is 30 to 1, which we can do, and we've done before. He's angled correctly there and there. Perfect. Okay, before we build that out, let's set it up over here the same while I'm remembering what the hell I just did. Here's our new boy. But I think that looks good. Okay, cool. Now our height. We've got to count this. 24. Let's 50. 74 up. We got to go 74 again. Coming together. It's coming together slowly but surely. Let's make this 10. 60. 70. 4. Looks even to me. I wonder if I could get this angle. Right, this angle down. That's so difficult. I'd rather not do that. I would rather make this height and then this height and then freeform the connection on the and get that angle. That's what I would rather do. So unfortunately, what that means is that we're gonna have to. Okay, we can do this, guys. We can do this. We know that from this point right here to right here is 74 beams. But we want a greater angle. Okay, what we can do though We know this angle. I went with a 45 degree on this angle. This angle is not a 45 degree. Oh, it's 60 degrees. It's easy peasy 60 degrees. Okay, I thought it might be. So it's the difference between a 45 degree and a 60 degree. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to come up with the shorter distance. Yeah, it's 50%. 50% more. Whatever this height is, so we'll build this height up, match this, we'll count this, we'll add 50%, and then that's the difference between this height and that. Yes. It's in my head, I think. Oh God. Oh God, oh God. We need to know how many this is. There's 10. 15. 15. Okay. So we need to build 74 total minus 50% of 15. Okay, well, that's a half. So we'll make the angle extra sharp. So we'll do 7. 74 minus 7. We need to build 60. I do all the hard math and then I can't do subtraction. 67, and we just built 15. 60. Seven. Okay, cool. Now, all we need to do, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I say, all we need to do, like it's going to be super easy. And then I immediately say, I have no idea how to do this. You'll go there, but halfway down for sure. And then instead of exact center, I won't go there, but I'll go there. And then I'll go exact center up there. Here we go. Freeforming the angle, baby. So exact center on beam. Does that beam look straight? It looks perfectly straight. I don't know why he would fail me. He hasn't failed me yet. Well, that one time, but we won't talk about that. Pick it up. This is our angle. Oh wow, this is gonna work. Okay, 67. Actually, we don't need to build that up. 67. This will just come. We should just build it up. 67. I have this irrational fear that I'm gonna like get out of the. Basically, I'm gonna fall to my death. I have this fear that I've been fighting. You match your friend? I mean, you're really close. You're really close. Okay, cool. That's in. Okay, here's what we've got. We've got this, really this line. So let's move in about a little less than a third. And then we'll construct this line. And then it's a little wider, so we'll add whatever this amount is down here. We'll add one up there, and then we'll freeform that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, no, one more. Okay, cool. So here's our marker for that. Straight across. Just another freeform beam. I'm thinking. I mean, middle to middle's the safest. Cool. Now we went in 4, so now we're gonna go in 5. I'm losing my mind. Everyone losing their minds. Yeah. Middle. Let's try a back one. Same with this. Ooh, we need to rotate. We need to rotate our beam. That's ugly. I hate it. I'll just cover it over with another. Those are less of a... Probably could have angled them in more, but I think it works. Like, brought those in more, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I guess still pretty. We're so high. What's next? What's next? Let's keep it going here. We've got that line in, and that line in, and that line in, and that line in. Now let's put these two in and this square. So let's come up 4, build us out a square, and then come up 4 there, and come up 4 there, and build out this sort of trapezoid. I'm gonna do 5 because I'm attaching them in the middle. I'm kind of losing one. Guys, we're getting close to space. Look how much high. By the way, this means that we're gonna have to build the Death Star taller than this. Like maybe the ass end of the Death Star out over here will be about where the tower is. But I mean, this is how tall we're gonna have to build the bottom of the Death Star. Yikes. It's kind of setting the stage for the rest of the save. Gonna be sweet. I mean, it already is sweet. Sweet, what's mine say? That angle looks a little silly, but I mean, there. Remember we added one? Probably added one. I mean, this is really close. We need, you have the front. Okay, let's see what we have next. We got to build a back, an ass end. Not very far, right? It's only like half of the height that we just added. And it's off the lower. Okay. We added 4, so 2 off the back. The real fun part is going to be trying to thread the needle with getting the space elevator to work. Okay, what's next? We're almost done with this top. I need more power. Okay, what did I just build? I built this. I built this back. I built that back. And then I built this high. And we just got it. That screams 45-degree angle to me. I cut off this last corner, and then we're done. Because we're not going to build this or any of that. That's all going to be trying to get the space elevator to come out through that hole. I mean, on one hand, it's felt like this has gone really slowly, but on another hand, we've gotten so much done tonight. Oh, look, they're not quite the same. I wonder if we just... Yeah, that's way smarter. There. Now they're the same. I think this is all we do. I think we're done with this little towery thing until we get, because the space elevator has to come up through here. Speaking of which, we could totally build. I wonder if we do that, because now's the time, right? It all gets built around the space elevator. So where would we build him? We have the parts. Can we build him? Wire and iron rods. All right, let's go get that, because I want to place him and make sure that everything works. And we'll also see if we can see the tower from the ground. We can. We absolutely totally can. Wow. It looks so sick. Okay, I actually think that we probably have to build this thing pretty low to the ground to get his center of mass kind of working the way we need it to. So let's just try here. And my network of power is not as extensive down here as I'm used to it being up there. So let's do some foundations. Okay, let's build out this platform. Put the space elevator here. And then see where it pops up and cry that it's not going to be anywhere near where I want it to be. Okay, we lock it. Holy shit. It's gonna work. No, it's not on the ground. Okay, but we can make this work. Oh my god, this is gonna work. Okay, let's try it again. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. I can't believe this. And actually, we need to go higher. Maybe. No, because that looks like the satellite. Oh my god. This is like perfect. Is that centered? Just like guessing and checking. This is irritating. Because I can't place it and look at the top at the same time. That's it, but we need another, what, 15 degrees? 3 clicks? This is kind of like the centerpiece of the whole build, so get it right. So I did perfectly square, so let's go 1, 2, 3. I wish that I could do this faster. I just want to get that little flange at the top not be off at a weird angle. So it means I have to turn, because it normally is at a weird angle. So it means I got to turn my floor to a weird angle. Okay, he's perfectly to the side. Please tell me that means that. Yes. Yes. Okay, now we get to the side. Yes. Oh, God. Oh. Look at it. I'm so happy. Oh my god. All right. All right, let's just make sure he's centered, exactly perfectly centered. Okay, where's our black tile? I think that's centered. I think that's centered. Okay. This is it. Here we go. I remember that's all going to be covered, right? Or maybe we leave, I don't know, maybe we could leave it open, like some glass. Maybe we'll do glass right there so you can kind of see the light go up. I can't believe it. I can't believe it worked. Like, that's the perfect thing. It's freaking perfect. It's all like there actually is a true center. Like, I was worried to be a little bit off one way or another. Like, I can't believe this. I'm super happy with this. This is really, really, really freaking cool. And let's start sealing in the top and work our way down. And then we'll leave this front face open because I think I like the idea of making this so that you can see the space elevator lights. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided. I think that's an opportunity we can't pass up for the movement. I don't want to cover over that coolness with like a metal, like lame ass pillar. Yes, it was planned. I've been talking about it. There's proof in my earlier streams. So we'll shorten. Oh, we can't even get to it. Okay, so we're gonna have to delete. We're probably gonna have to delete it. We could raise up the space elevator, get it up off of this a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that so that we have. I'm gonna do that, so that we can work up here. 15 times 4 meters. Now, that's a little more than 15, right? But I'm okay with it. Okay. Now all I gotta do is rebuild this platform. And then we place them here. Wow, you can really zoom on this thing. Okay, I got the ruler on the screen. I'm going for it. I'm going crazy. I don't know. I think that looks good. I think that looks centered. Ooh, that looks better. Now I'm not sure. Yeah, the new one. This one here. After the last click. Yeah, this looks really good. Oh, photo saved. I want to save a photo. I want to build. Yeah. All right, let's go up there and make sure that I can work where I need to. I think I can. Let's do another 45 degrees. We're right on the edge of being able to build it. We're in its hitbox. Oh, we're barely there. Don't delete the wrong thing, Ken. I'm jammed up right against this hitbox. But we're gonna build this, and then we'll just work our way down. It's not gonna let me. Wonder if it'll zoop. I wonder if it'll let me zoop it in. Oh, that's the trick. I can't build it, but I can zoop it in. That's fine. Okay, I was overthinking it. My bad, Mario. My bad. Shocker. Can't overthinking something. Gonna let me delete you? Now I've done it. It's okay. I will get that when... Actually, this whole thing is off. We gotta delete it. It's still off. It's not good. So we're gonna finish all this stuff up here. We know what we're doing. We can get it close. These. Get rid of those. What am I going to do with these sides? I think this is just platform. What did I do? Got rid of that. Oh no, I built this out. Yeah, it's just got this. This, I think. And then all I have to do is that. I mean, I could do this forever, right? But I gotta stop sometime. Let's for tonight. Ooh, let's fix this. Close enough. We will have to come back up here and build the back. Right? But like the front of this is and the sides, but the front is done. All right, let's see if I can actually get this thing centered. Maybe I can lock it. There we go. Now, can I fly up there? Let's just fly up there. This lock hologram, I just can't. It's just ridiculous. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Like a diver, I can't go faster than the bubbles. Wow, that puts the light perfectly forward too, doesn't it? All right, now we're just gonna nestle you into place. Wow. Well, at least I'm doing stuff that no other YouTuber's doing. Mostly because no other YouTuber is this freaking stupid to try something this crazy. All right. I'm happy with how far back that is. It's kind of making like a triangle. Now, are we 100% sure that it's centered? I mean, this is it. Okay. She's centered. Here we go. Come on, baby, come to Papa. Like a glove. Fit like a glove. Get right in there. Get right in there. Oh, I'm not moving that again. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's it. And that's it for me for the evening. All right, let's get a nice wide shot. You guys know what my thumbnail is going to be. It looks like it. Oh, it looks like it. I'm so happy. That's so great. The craziest part is that I've been doing, I mean, almost 7 hours now, I guess, but like we started with none of that, right? All we had was the round part. So we're definitely going to leave that open. No glass. You can see that light. Those lights go all the way up that thing from forever away. So we're definitely going to keep that. That's better than a normal light. Like regular lights don't shine that well from that far away. So we're going to keep all that. And then I'll hollow out the center so we can see him. And then other than that, we just got to fill in all the walls. And then we can start actually building the factory that this thing is going to be building. I want to make use of this level, maybe. The lower train station. The train line. I don't know. I don't know 100% know what I'm going to do. I want to build something, guys, that we don't necessarily need for this project, but we will use it for other projects for sure. And I want to be able to remote send myself items. And if we can get that put together, that's what we're going to use this lower level for. This is like kind of a waste in here. I want to use it. And we won't need very many train stations, and they'll just be like maybe 5. But we'll have to drop it down because there's not enough room. The ceiling's too low. But I want to use these train lines. And we have work to do. Like I didn't finish building these. Like there's a lot to do. But we got that up, and I was worried about that, but it came together in one stream. I can't complain. Like this is freaking sweet. We're also going to put the empire symbol, a big empire symbol, in this circular area looking down. So I'm super happy. Okay, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. On your way out, please give me a like. I really appreciate you guys watching me and supporting me. You know, even though it got hairy and I had to redo some stuff and I kept making mistakes, you guys stuck with me and I appreciate it. You guys are making this whole streaming process and YouTube process a lot more fun than I was expecting, to be honest. So I'm having a great time, and it's you guys. I make new friends every day. I will see you guys next stream, Saturday night. We're going to keep working on this beast. He's going to finish taking shape. Going to be great. I will see you guys in a few days. Thanks. Have a good night.
That was crazy. Thank you so much for watching. Honestly, I think the hardest parts of this factory are finished. We just have to color inside the lines. Next episode, I take a break from tower construction to design something I haven't seen any Satisfactory player talk about yet. A way to remotely send for items you need using the priority power switch. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. If I cut out anything you wanted to see, the link for the full VOD for this episode is in the description. And if you want to watch me design Star Wars architecture for the remainder of this playthrough in real time, look for my live streams right here on YouTube. That's it for now. Until next time.